and welcome back. Today's video I decided to do something just a little bit different, and instead of sitting here and applying makeup for you guys or doing a review or tutorial or whatever, I decided to just kind of sit here and kind of give you almost like a little story time. So this video is going to be all about my hair experience in Korea, what happened to my hair, how it happened, everything like that, because it's something that has been bothering me for a long time. Like, I'm sure all of my friends and coworkers are literally sick of me saying, oh my god, my hair has been ruined since Korea. If you are interested in listening to my story, just keep on watching. Obviously, for those of you who know either myself or Joseph, know that we went to Korea. We signed up to go there for a year to teach English, but we only stayed for 6 months. That whole reason is another story for another time. We left to go to Korea the end of February of 2016. We left, we went, we visited our school, we started teaching there. Okay, so before I go further, I just want to say that I did have my hair done. I had my hair done probably about 2 weeks before I left for Korea, and at this time I had like a whole head full of foils. So I never had any of this dark root up here with like my natural color. All of my hair was literally all foiled a lighter blonde, such as like the front of my hair and the sides of it right here. So okay, so I had it done about 2 weeks before we left. So we got over there. And I'm going to actually insert a picture of what my hair looked like when we got to Korea. Yeah, I'm going to do that here. So we've been living there for a little while. We've been doing our thing. And I want to say a couple months in. So this is like more so towards the end of our stay in Korea. So we arrived February 2016. I want to say that we went and got my hair done probably... It was either late May or early June, because we left Korea the end of July of 2016. So it wasn't that far off before we left. I wanted to get my roots done because obviously my roots were starting to grow down. It was the longest that I've ever went without getting my roots done. I literally had one of those lines that like came down to there. So I really did my research. I wanted to find somewhere that was familiar with foreign hair, because for any of you guys who don't know this, Asian hair is obviously different texture and can hold color differently than foreign hair. So my hair would be a lot, I guess, softer and thinner and finer than Asian hair. So when I would go around and ask some people, like we literally went into a hairdresser and just kind of asked them like, hey, would you be able to do my hair this color blonde? And he said no. The color blonde that they all do kind of turn out like that orangey, really yellowy color blonde. I don't think that they normally use toners, and I think that for Asian hair, it literally takes them a long time to get to the color blonde that I am, like this baby blonde. So I said, okay, I'm going to really do my research and find out who specializes in foreign hair. So I've been kind of looking online for a couple weeks, and I came across this salon called Hair and Joy, and that would be in Seoul. I think it was in the district of Hongdae. I'm not quite sure, but I know the name of it. It's Hair and Joy. You guys can Google it. You can look it up. It was this beautiful salon. It had really nice testimonials. There were some other blonde girls on there that said, yes, like we're from the US or Canada, and we went to go get our highlights retouched and finished, and it came out beautiful, and they loved it. There was no issues at all. So, okay, all that was great. I decided to make an appointment. So I made an appointment, and we went there. And I remember walking in, and it was beautiful. Like, it's this nice, high-end, beautiful salon. When we walked in, the owner, who was the man, he was like kind of like this flamboyant man. He was like super nice. He was very stylish. He knew English right away. He welcomed us in there, and I said, yes, I'm here for an appointment. My name is Courtney. So anyway, I met the stylist who was doing my hair, and she was this lovely lady. She was so nice. She told me that they did all of their training with L'Oreal products from the UK, so it's like she almost went over to England or something and did a whole class in this whole thing of L'Oreal, like pro line, like not the stuff you buy at the drugstore, but like the actual pro line, like that hairdressers use. So I said, okay, that's great, like this is awesome. Like she could speak English, obviously enough to communicate with me. It wasn't perfect, but it was great. Like she knew what she was doing. She said that basically she's just going to retouch my roots, but she's going to add more in. So I said, okay, that's fine. I want to look that icy blonde anyway because that's what I liked. So I sat in the chair and she started to do it, and I noticed that she was doing super fine pieces. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but when I watch my normal hairdresser from here do it, she does like super fine pieces. Like she will weave the end of that comb brush like in and out to get like the little strands that are like spaced evenly apart. But she was doing like mega thin strands. So I said, okay, so it's gonna look like I have more blonde, more highlights. Great, that's what I want. And I noticed that she was really taking her time. She was really slow at it. And then I noticed that there was another guy who came over and helped her. So she was basically, let's say she was doing this side, the other guy kind of started on this side. So they're doing their thing. They're taking a really long time doing the super small highlights, and then a third guy came. So there's literally like 3 people literally applying foils to my hair at this point. And I've been sitting there for quite some time, but I know like the whole highlighting process, like them putting the foils in, literally took like close to 3 hours. I should have picked up and noticed that when she was putting the highlight, like the foils in my hair, she wasn't just putting them up here. She was putting them also, like she was picking pieces. Like say if she's doing this piece and this was like my natural up here, she was taking the whole piece and highlighting even down here, like where it's blonde, and wrapping it all up in the foil, and it's being left on for as long as like the rest of my head. So I should have picked up on that. Like I know the difference, like I know. Here's the thing. When you go to a hair salon, if you never had like a traumatic experience before, you put your whole trust into your hairstylist because you know, well, you'd like to hope to know that they know what they're doing. So same as if you go to a doctor, you're going to go to a doctor and you trust what they say naturally because you just put you want to put your whole trust into that person, that they're trained and qualified and know what they're doing. I never picked up on it. Like my brain was just elsewhere. Like I was just literally sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, like this is going to look so good. She put so many highlights in. I wasn't sitting there literally inspecting and looking, zooming in on what she was doing. Okay, so I'm sitting there while everything is being set, whatever. This is great. This is taking a long time, but this is great. So she takes me over to the sink and she starts washing my hair and taking the foils out, and everything's great. She comes back, she blow dries, she styles, she curls my hair. I look in the mirror and I am absolutely blown away at how blonde my hair looks. So I absolutely loved it. I'm gonna put a picture. This isn't the same day that I got my hair done, but this is probably like a couple days to like a week later when me and Joseph are kind of out and about in the city. I'm gonna post a picture now and you'll see how blonde my hair looked. So okay, I really loved it. It was super blonde. You could barely see any of like my natural color. It was literally like the best color blonde that I've ever received. I loved it. I showed a picture to my friend Hillary, and she's like, oh my god, it's so blonde, it looks so good. I was so happy with it, like so happy. I want to say it was about a week and a half to 2 weeks later that I really started noticing the thickness of my hair. And that's not something that I was ever conscious about before. I had like medium hair. It wasn't thin, it wasn't thick. It was like medium hair. I had fine hair, but I had a lot of it. So I started to notice that when I would put my hair back in a ponytail, I would kind of notice that the thickness wasn't as prominent as it used to be. And I kind of just brushed it off. I was like, oh, you know, like, whatever, this is nothing. Maybe it's just because I'm in a new place. Maybe it's the water, whatever, right? So a couple of weeks went by and I really started to notice the thickness of my hair then. And I would say to Joseph, like, Joseph, feel my hair. Does it feel any different? And he's like, oh my god, yeah, like it's thinner. Like your hair is not as thick. And I'm like, I started to panic. I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm losing hair. Blah, blah, blah. Like this is awful. Like holy crap. I've never lost hair before like this in such volumes. And right after I kind of noticed, like really noticed that my hair was getting thinner, I noticed that the shower drain in the bathroom like was literally clogged with my hair. So we went out and we bought something that's like equivalent to Drano. We put it in because when we were getting showers, it would literally fill up with water faster than it was draining out because of my hair. I was starting to blame it on the hard water because that's another thing. Nobody has really told me that when I go to Korea, a lot of the foreigners buy those shower filter heads that you kind of like hook up to the shower, because for me over there, their water is very packed with minerals, anything like that. It's very hard water. So on a plus side, my nails have never grown longer and stronger than they have in Korea because of their water. It's very, very hard water. So I was kind of blaming it on that. So I was just like, okay, this is what's happening. The water is ruining my hair. My hair is taking a beating. Not once have I thought that it was the blonde highlights or that my hair was chemically damaged, because I have been getting my hair literally highlighted since I was in junior high. You know, a couple more weeks have passed and I really start to notice my hair getting so thin. I started panicking. I was getting self-conscious. I was like, oh my goodness, if I can find another photo of like my hair getting progressively thinner over there, I will insert one here. Okay, so by this time, it's probably close to the time that we are leaving, and we're leaving Korea. We're going home for those reasons that I will probably discuss in another video. I'm going to insert a picture of what my hair looked like probably about a week after I got home. So as you can see, after a week of being home, my hair is very stringy on the ends. It's not as full as it used to be. A lot of it has broken off. So, okay, so we cut my hair up to here. There's a lot of pieces that were in the back that were literally like this long, like coming from my head. There were not really bald patches, but there was definitely thinning going on. So not only have I lost parts that were broken off like from down here, but I did lose like actual hair shafts. Because my hair wasn't even that thick when I held it at the base, like where the roots are. So yeah, I lost parts of like the hair strands, and I lost a lot of volume. Okay, so at this point I'm like, okay, I have to make an appointment with my hairdresser like ASAP, because I wanted to get in and I wanted to fix my hair. So okay, I made an appointment. It was probably about a week after I got home. So I literally made an appointment. I walked in, and as soon as I seen my hairdresser, she was like, oh my gosh, like you were walking up the ramp. And I said to my other coworkers, like, what happened to her hair? So I went in, I told her like, hey, I'm back, and she's like, you lost a lot of hair. Like, she could tell right away just by looking at me that my hair was not the same. So basically when she was brushing it, she was inspecting it, she was looking at it, she's like, Courtney, your hair has been very like damaged by chemicals. So I told her my story. I told her I went to go get highlights. She basically said that because she left the foil on so long, the same amount of time up here as down here where this stuff was already blonde, a lot of the stuff on the bottom has broken off from being over processed with bleach and blonde. So that made sense. I was like, yeah, that's definitely what happened. And I guess the water didn't help either. I have been home now. This summer it'll be 3 years. 3 years since I've been home, and literally, like, my hair has not improved that much. I'm finding it really, really difficult to grow my hair back out, because I feel like the hair that I've came home with in Korea is still, like, obviously it's still on my head. It's not completely grown out and cut off yet, so I'm still dealing with some old hair. So I find it's very easy to break off. So when I go and get trims, I usually have to probably get like that much cut off. So I'm finding it really hard to grow my hair back. So I'm trying to be really gentle with my hair still. Hence the reason why I started to grow out some of my natural hair and kind of do like a balayage effect, because I just really want my hair to get back to good health. Stop thinning, stop shedding the way that it's shedding, like overly excessive, I guess. Well, it used to be, not so much anymore. I just really wish that I could get it to the point of growing my hair back. I don't know if it's ever going to come back. My hairdresser doesn't know if it's ever going to come back. It might be something that has permanently been done. If the hair follicles were kind of damaged, then, you know, like there's nothing that I can really do about that. But so I know my hair is curled, but this is kind of like the length that it is right now. So it's not long, it's not short, it's just kind of like medium length. I just got it trimmed before I got my hair done. This is not the longest my hair has ever been. It's literally taken me years to try to grow it back to where it's been, but because it has been so damaged that it is taking me a lot longer. And also, since I've been home, I had to cut it like quite a few times, like not this Christmas, but the Christmas before this one. I literally cut it up to my shoulders again. So this isn't 3 years worth of growth. This is like a year's worth of growth from the time that I cut it. So I've never really had a long period of time where I'm letting my hair grow and grow and grow, because the more I cut it, the more I get the old hair off. So that's what I've been doing. I get frequent trims, like probably about every 5-6 months. And it's not that I blame the Korea for my hair. Like, the woman was so nice, and obviously she knew how to do like foreign blonde color. The color was gorgeous. I've never had such nice color before. But it's just obviously when she's not used to doing foreign hair as much as Asian hair, maybe Asian hair can withstand being like bleached like this and then bleached over again and let it sit for hours. Maybe she just never knew that. She never came across that before. Obviously, she didn't try to ruin my hair. She was a very nice lady. She really wanted me to like it, and I loved it. It was just an honest mistake. Like, it's just a risk that I took going to a foreign place where they deal with foreign hair, and I literally just took a risk and got my hair done. And I know it could have been worse. I know there are a lot more different chemically damaged results out there. Like, obviously I got so lucky. Looking back now, I'm like, oh my goodness, like, people literally lose all of their hair from being chemically damaged. Moral of the story: if any of you are going overseas in any country where they don't like deal with hair that you have, I would highly recommend you to do your research. Find out from everybody like where you should go, look at testimonials, look at everything. And if you can refrain from getting your hair chemically colored or altered at all, I would totally just wait. Like, looking back now, I would have grew my whole root out versus get my hair done over there again. I just wanted to come on here and just kind of give you guys almost like a little warning about my experience. I know I wish that I seen something like this before I went over to Korea and I got my hair done. I really wish that I did more research, but I mean, you can't help the past. All you can do is learn from it. But yeah, guys, that pretty much ends my little spiel about my hair trauma in Korea. If you guys have any questions at all, like about my hair, about pictures, about anything like that, just leave them in the comments below. I will be sure to help you or give anybody advice that they may need, or questions or knowledge or anything of that sort. Just let me know below and I will be happy to help. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And obviously, if you would like to see more by me, just hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate every single one of you who took the time to actually subscribe to my channel. I just want to thank every single one of you guys. I really appreciate it so much. As always, I will be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye!